Well, happy Vlogmas and welcome to another collab video put on this month or this week or today, any way you want to look at it, by Kim at A Girl in Her Phone, Edie over at Edie's Adventures, and Joan at Joan's Pointed Plate, and myself. We've decided to come up with some Christmas brunch ideas. I'm going to do one that I've done before, so hopefully it'll turn out better than my last collab, which was last week. That was a disaster. But I've made this one before, so I know it's going to turn out okay. This is a make-ahead French toast casserole that you get the ingredients together the night before. I'm just making it for Jim and I. I am waiting to the very last, very last minute to film this. I had plans on having this as a dinner one night this week, but it just didn't work out because Jim and I were so busy with everything. So it is now 11 o'clock at night. My video is coming, as you see it, at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I have to get in the kitchen and get busy preparing this. But like I said, it's quick and easy. Since it's just going to be for Jim and myself, basically, I'm just doing a half a recipe. But I'm going to include at the end of this video the whole recipe because obviously you're going to want to make it for more than 2 people. It's actually going to, probably the size I'm making it, you're probably going to get 6 or at least 8 servings out of it. One of the ingredients in the casserole calls for cinnamon. As you know, my sister Denise and her husband Gary and her daughter Kylie are living with me for the month of December until their house is finished. They're having a house built. So she is allergic to cinnamon. So I'm hoping that she's going to have some of this with us for breakfast. And so I didn't want to put cinnamon in it. But it's just a dash of cinnamon. So it's not going to really make a difference in the recipe that I'm doing today. But even a dash when you're allergic to something is a dash too much. So we don't want her dashing through the snow. It's itchy, itchy, itchy. So let me turn you around, show you the ingredients, and we'll get started from there. So happy Vlogmas. Happy Vlogmas. It's not Easter, it's Santa. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Oh, today's the first day of Hanukkah. I got that right. At sundown tonight. First day of Hanukkah. Well, tomorrow. But as you're seeing it, it's the first day of Hanukkah. Talk to you soon. Okay, since it's just Jim and I that are going to be eating this French toast casserole, make ahead, I am just going to do a half of a recipe. But this is for the full recipe if you're going to have more than just 2 people eating. But the ingredients that you're going to need is you're going to need, like I said, I'm doing a half of a recipe. So I am going to use 6 eggs instead of 12. I'm going to use 9 slices of bread instead of 18. And I've chose the Farmhouse Honey White bread to use. I am going to use, I'm just going to use 8 ounces of cream cheese. You're supposed to use 10 to 12. I'm just going to use 8 ounces of cream cheese. And milk, you're supposed to have 1.25 cups. I am just doing 3/4 cup of 2% milk. And your syrup, your choice of syrup, you're supposed to have 3/4 cup. I'm doing half, which is 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons. And then I forgot to bring my vanilla out. You got to have some vanilla, a splash of vanilla extract. And then you need your dish that you're going to cook it in with a whisk and a bowl to prepare it, and your bread and a bread knife to cut it. So let me turn you around, get situated, and we will hopefully start this recipe. It will turn out better than my last one that I did. I have complete faith that I can do it right this time. Okay, we're going to get started. We're going to divide our bread in half because we're only going to do half right now. So put half over here. And we're just going to cube it. Just into small bite-sized pieces. Like you're going to make stuffing. I do make a good stuffing. I will brag about that. I do make a good stuffing. Then, I know, be careful with the knives. And then just cut it this way. Just like into little bite-sized pieces. Then you want to spray your pan so it doesn't stick. I'm just putting it in a little small it's not even a 9 by 13. I don't even know what size it is. But then you're just gonna break up your bread and move it around and put it in the dish. Like so. I'm probably using too big of a dish, but it's the smallest one I have. I'm used to making like a big, like for overnight guests. But this is gonna do for just Jim and I. It does reheat pretty nice. Jim doesn't eat it reheated, but I will. Actually, I won't reheat it. I'll just eat it cold because I like cold leftovers. I don't like reheated leftovers. So we're gonna do that. This is a very quick and easy, simple recipe. And then we're going to take our cream cheese and we're just going to cut it up into small little chunks. We're going to separate it around and just mingle it in. I work with my hands, but my hands are clean. So I just take off little pieces and just, scatter them around. And I am not capable of speeding up the film like you should. So I am going to do this little bit right here, and then I will be back. Okay, now we're going to take the remaining pieces of bread and just cut them up the same way. And then once we get them cut, we're just going to sprinkle them over the top of the other ones, or on top of the cream cheese. And once again, we're just going to spread it over the top. Just kind of break them apart, make sure that they're not all clumped together. And then once we get that done, we will start our egg mixture, which is very easy too. So there we go. As we say in the business, good enough. Just kind of spread it out evenly. All right, we're going to take our bowl and we're going to take our 6 eggs, whereas if you're doing the full recipe, you're going to use 12. And Joan, I got my eggs right from the egg department. I walked right up there. They were already in a little container. I didn't have to lift any chickens up well, you don't lift chickens up anyhow, do you? But they were all there, all nicely cleaned. Ready to go, as we say in my family, ready to go. I didn't even have to walk out to the chicken coop. Then we're going to add our milk, which is 3/4 of a cup because I'm only doing the half a recipe, and our syrup, which is a 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons. And then I did forget to tell you about the vanilla earlier, so we're going to just put a splash of vanilla, and then we're just going to mix it together like a scrambled egg till all the eggs are beat. Probably should have had a bigger bowl, but you know me, I never get the biggest bowl. I just think it's a waste sometimes. But I know, I can hear Joan. She's saying, you should use a real egg from a real chicken, not the store-bought eggs. But you know what? I like the store-bought eggs. They taste just as fresh to me. Get every bit of the syrup. I don't know how many points this is, but I can tell you it's not a very low point breakfast, but you can make it lower by using like diet bread or skim milk, diet syrup. I would just rather use the regular syrup. And then you just take it over here and you just evenly distribute it over the top of the bread all the way around. Just kind of make sure it all gets soaked in. Push it down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cover it with foil. And we're going to keep it in the refrigerator overnight. So, that's all you got for me right now, and I will see you in the morning. Okay, the next step is we want to preheat our oven to 350. And then we want to get our French toast out of the refrigerator. And then we are just going to set it aside for 30 minutes. And then we're going to place it in the oven. Okay, now we're going to put it in the oven for 30 minutes with the cover on. In 30 minutes, we're going to take the cover off and then bake it for an additional 25 minutes. So let's get this puppy into the oven. As usual, it was delicious. Jim loved it. My stove, the spaghetti sauce, when we have family dinners, for some reason, nobody ever thinks that they need to clean the stove. So that's why you saw the spaghetti sauce splashed all against the back of the face of the stove. But anyway, it's a delicious meal, quick, easy, and it's a crowd pleaser. So check out all the links down below for Edie, Joan, and Kim, and let me know how you like it. So like, comment, subscribe, and share.